So x squared minus 7x plus 9, that doesn't factor. So here we've got to use the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now what I recommend we do here is we write down a, b, and c. A is 1, b is negative 7, c is 9. And I'm going to rewrite my quadratic equation, but I'm going to include some big placeholders here for each of those terms. And I'm just going to slot things in here. So I'm going to replace a, so in my equation, this negative b, I can write negative 7. Now there's a negative sign here already, but I still have to write the negative 7 because it's a negative 7. All right, here, we're going to put a negative 7 in here. This is a 1, this is a 9, all of that over that. Okay, so we're going to clean this up here. And when we clean it up, we are going to get negative 7 is going to turn into a positive 7, plus or minus the square root of negative 7 squared is negative 7 times negative 7, positive 49, minus 4 times 1 times 9 is going to be 36, all over 2 times 1 is 2. So then 7 plus or minus the square root of 49 minus 36 is 13, all over 2. And this would be your final answer. Now what this really means is two different solutions. It means a solution 7 plus the square root of 13 over 2, and the solution 7 minus the square root of 13 all over 2. And yeah, we can just check that in Desmos and see if that works here. So in Desmos, let's type in that point. So the point is going to be negative 7 plus the square root of 13 all over 2. And you can check that's negative 1.69 something. And that point right there matches that. And if we were to change this plus now to a minus, then we get negative 5.3, which is that guy. Or positive 5.3. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I wrote on. Okay, so we got a positive 1.69 there. And if we change this sign, we get a positive 5.3. Okay, here's one for you to do. Let's do this. Let's do 2. 2x squared minus 9x plus 4 equals 0. Okay, go ahead and solve that out. All right, so a equals 2, b equals negative 9, c equals 4. The quadratic equation is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So right here we're going to do negative 9 plus or minus the square root of negative 9 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, cleaning this up a little bit, let's see what we get. Negative 9 means a positive 9, plus or minus the square root of 9 squared is 81, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 4 is 32, all over 4. All right, so 9 plus or minus the square root of let's see, what's that going to be? 49 all over 4. And that's going to be 9 plus or minus 7 over 4, which is the same. We gotta break this up into two different things. That's 9 minus 7 over 4, and that's 9 plus 7 over 4. 9 minus 7 is 2 over 4. 9 plus 7 is 16 over 4. And we're almost done. Our solutions here are going to be 1/2 and 4. Okay, let's do another one here. 6x squared plus 13x plus 2. Okay, go ahead and give that a try. Okay, let's check your answer. So negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. So negative b, 13 squared is 169. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. All over 12. Negative 13 plus or minus, that's going to be 121 all over 12. And that's going to get us down to negative 13. Square root of 121 is 11. And now breaking this into the two different cases, plus 11 over 12, negative 13 minus 11 over 12. That's going to be negative 13 plus 11 is going to be negative 2 over 12. Then right here, this is going to be negative 24 over 12. This is going to be negative 1/6. And this is going to be negative 2. Okay, let's do another one. X squared minus 8x plus 1. Now this one's got a little bit of extra work at the end, so I want to do this one, and then I'll give you one last one to try. Okay, so we're going to put in the quadratic equation, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4, a is 1, c is 1, all over 2a. So negative 8 is positive 8, plus or minus the square root of 8 squared is 64 minus 4 all over 2. All right, so let's take that next step here. 8 plus or minus the square root of 60 over 2. Now this is correct, but it's not in the simplest form. We have to simplify that number if we can. And let's see if we can simplify that square root. So what is 60? 60 is the same thing as 6 times 10. And 6 is 2 times 3. 10 is 2 times 5. So the square root of 60 is the same thing as the square root of 2 times 3 times 2 times 5. And I can write that a little bit differently. I can write that as 2, 2, 3, 5. All over 2. Okay, now remember the rule with square roots. If you see two of the exact same number under the square root, then one of them can pop out over there. And so we're going to do just that here. We're going to rewrite this now as 8 plus or minus 2 square roots of 15 over 2. Okay, now we're still not done yet. There's one little bit of simplification we can do. 8 and 2 are both divisible by 2. 2 and 2 are divisible by 2. So this is the same thing as 8 over 2 plus or minus 2 square roots of 15 over 2. And that simplifies. 8 over 2 is 4, and these 2's cancel out. And so that is your final answer in the simplest form. Okay, now here's another one that's going to have the same kind of simplification at the end. x squared plus 6x plus 7. Okay, go give that a try. Okay, so let's go solve this really quick. Negative 6 plus or minus 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 7 all over 2 times 1. So negative 6 plus or minus 36 minus 4 all over 2, which is negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 32 over 2, which, get some more space here, is the same thing as negative 6 plus or minus, now what's 32? 32 is 2 times 16, which is 2 times 8, which is 2 times 4, which is 2 times 2, so 32 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 2's. Okay, now I've got a pair, so 1, 2 can pop out. I've got a pair, another 2 can pop out. So rewriting this, I've got 6 plus or minus 2, 2 square roots of 2 over 2, which is negative 6 plus or minus 4 square roots of 2 over 2, which is the same thing as negative 6 over 2 plus or minus 4 square roots over 2, just breaking apart that division sign. Negative 6 over 2 is negative 3, plus or minus 4 over 2 is 2, 2 square roots of 2. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Send me a message in Canvas if you got any questions.